The sun had just begun its descent, casting a warm golden hue over the bustling streets of Lagos. The city was alive with its usual symphony of honking cars, the chatter of street vendors, and the distant hum of generators. In the heart of this chaos was Ada, a young woman who navigated the crowded streets with the ease of someone who had lived in the city all her life. Ada was the picture of a modern Nigerian Christian. Every Sunday, she was seated in the front row at Glory Chapel, her voice leading the choir in harmonious worship. Her pastor often praised her devotion and commitment to the church, making her a role model for many young women in the congregation. Yet, beneath this facade was a life Ada kept hidden from her church family. By day, Ada worked as a secretary in a law firm, but by night, she transformed into someone else entirely. Her close friends knew her as the life of the party, the one who never missed a Friday night out in the clubs of Victoria Island. The two sides of her life were kept meticulously separate, like oil and water, never meant to mix. Her best friend, Tolu, was the only person who knew both sides of Ada. They had grown up together, sharing secrets and dreams. Tolu often questioned Ada about her double life, but Ada would laugh it off, insisting she had everything under control. I'm a Christian, but I'm also young and entitled to have fun, so don't stress it, Tolu, she would say with a playful grin. One evening, as Ada prepared for another night out, she caught a glimpse of herself in the mirror. Her reflection stared back at her, eyes lined with kohl and lips painted a daring red. She hesitated, a pang of guilt tugging her at heart, but quickly brushed it aside. Just one more night, she whispered to herself, smoothing down her dress and heading out the door. The club was packed, the air thick with music and laughter. Ada danced with abandon, feeling the weight of her daily responsibility lift with each beat of the music. She was in her element, surrounded by friends who only knew her as the vibrant, carefree Ada. Yet somewhere in the recess of her mind, she could hear her mother's voice, warning her about the dangers of straying from the path of righteousness. As the night wore on, Ada noticed a man watching her from across the room. Oh, he was handsome, with a confidence that made him stand out. Their eyes met, and he made his way over, introducing himself as Chike. They talked and danced, losing track of time in the neon-lit club. There was an undeniable chemistry between them, a magnetic pull that Ada couldn't resist. Chike was charming and attentive, and Ada found herself drawn to him in a way she hadn't expected. They exchanged numbers before parting ways, and as Ada rode home in a taxi, she couldn't shake off the feeling that her life was about to change. Over the following weeks, Ada and Chike became inseparable. They spent evenings exploring the city, sharing meals, and talking about everything under the sun. Ada was captivated by Chike's intelligence and his passion for life, and it wasn't long before she began to fall for him. She knew she should tell him about her commitment to the church and her faith, but every time she tried, the words seemed to catch in her throat. One Sunday morning, as Ada sat in church, her phone buzzed in her handbag. It was a message from Chike, asking if she wanted to meet for brunch. She felt a rush of excitement, quickly followed by a pang of guilt. The sermon was about to start, and she knew she should be focusing on the pastor's words. But the thought of seeing Chike was too tempting to resist. I'm a Christian, but... she thought to herself as she quickly slipped out of the church, her heart pounding with a mix of exhilaration and guilt. Brunch with Chike was delightful as always. He made her laugh, his stories weaving a tapestry of adventures and dreams that Ada found irresistible. As they walked through a nearby park, Chike turned to her, his expression serious. Ada, I really like you. I feel like we have something special, but there's something I need to know. What do you really want in life? Ada hesitated, the question catching her off guard. She looked Chike in the eyes, seeing sincerity and a hint of vulnerability. She knew she had to be honest, not just to him, but to herself. Taking a deep breath, she began to speak. her voice steady but soft. I like you too, Chike, more than I expected to. But you see, uh, there is something you need to know about me. I have been living a double life, trying to balance my faith and my desire for freedom. Chike, I'm a Christian, but I've been running away from it. I have been too afraid of what it means to truly commit and live a life that aligns with my beliefs. Chike listened intently, his expression unreadable. When she finished, he nodded thoughtfully. Ada, I appreciate your honesty, but we all have struggles and things we wrestle with. What matters is that you are willing to face them. I'm here for you, whatever you need, and whatever you decide. His words were a balm to her troubled soul, a reminder that she didn't have to navigate this journey alone. As they parted ways that afternoon, Ada felt a newfound resolve. She knew it wouldn't be easy to reconcile the different parts of her life, but she was determined to try. Over the next few weeks, Ada began to make changes. She spent more time in prayer, seeking guidance and strength to live a life that honored her faith. She attended church more regularly, not out of obligation, but from a genuine desire to grow spiritually. She distanced herself from the party scene, choosing instead to surround herself with friends who supported her journey. Tolu noticed the change in Ada and was both surprised and impressed. I'm proud of you, she said one afternoon as they sat in Ada's apartment sipping tea. I know it's not easy, but you're doing the right thing. Ada smiled, grateful for her friend's support. I'm trying. Thank you, Tolu. I just want to live a life of integrity, one where I'm not constantly torn between two words. I'm a Christian, but I'm also human, and I need to find a balance that honors both. One evening, as Ada sat in her room reading her Bible, her phone buzzed with a call from Chike. They talked for hours, discussing everything from their hopes and dreams to the challenges they faced. Chike was a source of encouragement, reminding Ada of her strength and potentials. As they spoke, Ada realized how much she had grown. She was no longer the young woman trying to juggle two identities, but someone who was learning to embrace her faith and live authentically. She knew there would be struggles ahead, but she was ready to face them, secure in the knowledge that she was not alone. In the months that followed, Ada continued to build a life that reflected her values. She volunteered at the church, using her talents to help others and serve her community. Her relationship with Chike deepened, built on a foundation of trust and mutual respect. Ada's journey was not without its challenges. There were moments of doubt and temptations, times when she questioned her choices, but each time she found strength in her faith, her friends, and the love she shared with Chike. She realized that her faith was not a constraint but a source of freedom, allowing her to navigate the complexities of life with courage and confidence. She learned that being a Christian was not about perfection, but about striving to live a life that reflected God's love and grace.